guns because I had those with me. But then I think I remembered my dad's. So I was worried about that. And that was the first thing I checked for, and it was gone. And then after that, the next thing I was worried about was the studio. And then after that, the next thing I was worried about were the computers. And not because my computers are crappy, and I'm in the process of upgrading them or planning to upgrade them very, very soon. I was worried about them because I was worried that they would take them and the information that's on there.
Right. My
tax papers and Danya's videos and baby pictures and things like that. Yeah. That's the stuff I was worried about. A lot of stuff for the show, all the files for the show. So I was worried about the computer for that reason, only for the, not for the computers themselves, but
for the information they keep.
Yeah, it was on there. I was worried because you never know what somebody's going to take. Like I would never have guessed that they would leave TVs and take clippers.
Yeah.
And I got brand new TVs in there.
Yeah. And used
so,
clippers.
So yeah. So I mean, they're nice clippers, but they were used.
Yeah, you could be shaving your butthole with those. How would they know? Now they just in the mirror on their face. Good for them.
You didn't have to put my business in like that.
I thought everybody knew.
No.
They also might be able to open up a corner shop. Like, you ain't never seen them corner shops? They like right on the corner.
With Dino's ass clippers.
Can I get an ass fade, please?
Don't forget about the balls.
Don't forget about the balls.
Don't forget about the balls. You gotta keep the balls trimmed.
And the gooch, the most important part.
You gotta trim the.
Oh my God.
Gotta trim the balls.
Yeah, put somebody in ball business.
Can I get a taint fade?
Oh my goodness.
So
they at somebody's shop right now. They just got a chair this morning.
So let me tell you guys this though, in a related story to this. We had to wait for the gas man to come, turn everything back on because they have to turn the gas off. Your house will explode otherwise.
Right.
And so I went outside. I was looking for the gas man. And while I was looking, I noticed these two guys that I didn't recognize coming from my neighbor's, down my neighbor's driveway. My neighbor's car wasn't there. And they have two cars. I didn't see either car. And I saw these two guys. One guy was black, and I couldn't tell you what the other guy looked like or what race he was or anything. They came walking down the driveway. And I was like, that's odd. Who are they? And so they didn't have tools or anything, and they didn't have but at the same time, I wasn't super worried, but at the same time, it was enough for me to I wasn't going to look the other way.
Pique your interest.
Because I'm not that dude. If I see somebody around my neighbor's house or whatever, I'm going to investigate because I'm that dude. So I casually walked over to, they crossed the street. So they were standing in front of me and my neighbor's house, but right across the street on the other side of the street. So I walked to the edge of the street, but still on my side because they were talking and kind of gesturing towards the house and different things. I'm like, are they casing the joint or what are they doing? What's going on? And so I was trying to hear the conversation so I could ascertain if they were a threat or not. While I was doing that, the other guy still couldn't tell you what he looked like, but I know he noticed me, and he gestured towards me. So the main guy, black guy, he turned and looked at me and gave me kind of the "what's up" kind of thing, and said "what's up?" And I said, "Hey, what's going on, guys? What are you guys doing?" Just like that. This motherfucker went from 0 to 100 real quick.
Oh, hell no.
Real quick. I said it just like that, and he immediately got an attitude and was like, who are you? None of your damn business, whatever. Who are you? And da-da-da. I was like, look, man, I live right here. That's my friend's house.
Right.
I just saw you coming out the back, and I'm asking, what's going on? Ain't none of your business and da-da-da-da. I was like, I just told you why it's my business.
Right.
This is my people.
Right.
I just told you that. That makes it my business.
Yes.
And it's like, well, maybe I'm doing some work for Katie. You need to talk to Katie about that, whatever, and da-da-da. And I was like, motherfucker, that's all you had to say.
Right.
Why you so defensive? If you're not doing anything shady, why you so defensive?
Yeah.
Because the way you come, I'm like, you engaged me first. And I asked you a simple question. And I'm like, fuck you. You an asshole. And I walked away. And I started going up the stairs, I immediately believed him. And then he said Katie's name, And so I didn't have a problem. You know, it's like I didn't think he was still like doing anything shady because I mentioned her name.
He knew her name.
Right.
And then I also saw her car in the driveway. I was like, oh, she is home. Okay. But it was just pulled all the way up. And it's usually not that far up unless the second car is behind it. And I was like, oh, okay, she is home. I was like, okay, well, I'm still going to go over and tell her what happened because I want her to know.
Right, and hear your side.
Yeah, I told her what happened. And before I could, like, as soon as I got started, he come running his punk bitch ass across the street and rewriting history. You know, talking about how, but Katie knows me. Like I said, we're friends. We're not just neighbors. We're friends.
Right.
I hung out over there, like, when I was, like, I needed to get away from the mess or whatever. I went over there.
Right.
And hung out, you know. So, anyway, he's like, you see how his attitude, that's just how he came at me. I was like, motherfucker, you engaged me first. All you had to do was be a civil human being and say, I'm working for them.
Right.
If you'd like to know anything more, I suggest you talk to them about it.
Right.
But I'm doing some work for them. That would have been more than enough.
Mm-hmm.
But your ass had to break bad, and you don't know you was 3 seconds away from getting this shovel upside your fucking head.
Right.
Because it was a shovel sitting right there. And I was so angry already because of what I had been through.
Right.
You know, and I intentionally didn't mention the fact that I just been, because it was irrelevant.
Right.
Because what I did was not out of pocket, and I would have done it anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of the fact that I just got robbed.
Right.
But,
you know, you're just looking out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
like
you ought to understand that, because as soon as I tell you I'm the neighbor and their friend, I live right here and they're my friends, you should have calmed the fuck down right then.
Right.
Like, first of all, you shouldn't have got pissed off, first of all, because you're not wearing any kind of uniform. You're not wearing any kind of nothing that looks official.
You ain't got a clipboard in your hand. Nothing.
You just a black dude in a hat.
Out here pointing and whispering.
Looking shady.
Well, I'll tell you, when he first copped the attitude at you, that I can understand. Because I might do the same thing. Because I don't like people asking me what I'm doing. I'm a grown-ass man.
Right.
But once you said, like, well,
I'm the neighbor. And I saw you come from the backyard. And I'm just wondering what's going on.
Oh, cool.
Exactly.
I'm Katie's.
Exactly.
I'm
the contractor.
Right.
I'm the asshole contractor. Patrick. I am Patrick, the asshole contractor. That is my name. Patrick, asshole, the contractor.
He's Patrick, the asshole contractor.
Hey.
Yeah, so anyway, I told Katie what happened, and then I was like, fuck that dude. I was like, that dude's an asshole. She's like, is he? I was like, yeah, he's a total asshole. Total dig. He had no reason to break bad like that. I almost clocked him. So she was like, okay, well, she was like, we'll take care of it. We'll take care of it. So her and Vanessa talked to him later, whatever, and was like, look, he's our friend, our neighbor, and that's how we want our neighbors to be. You know, that's what we want. If they see somebody they don't know coming from our yard and it looks like we're not home on top of it.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we want. So you can't be like getting all tough with our neighbors over some shit like that, because that's what that's what we want. And that's what a good neighbor does. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you better slow your roll with that shit. And then Vanessa told him that we had just gotten broken into, and then all of a sudden he should have understood anyway.
Right.
That's why I didn't bring that shit up.
Right.
Soon as like Pip said, I understand, not understand, but I give him a pass on the initial, reaction. Although I think it came too fast and too furious. Mm-hmm. But I give him a pass on that. When I said, motherfucker, I live right here, and these are my friends, and I saw you come out the backyard, what's going on? You should have calmed the fuck down and just answered the question and moved the fuck on.
Yeah.
And that would have ended it. Yeah. But instead, you almost got a shovel upside your fucking head.
Dino got his iced tea voice on now.
Yeah, he was really mad at the contractor, Patrick.
Well, no, I was. I really was. I have not been that mad at somebody so fast, and I don't know when. Like I said, it went from 0 to 100 real quick, and I did not expect that.
Right.
To be honest, I expected him to say, oh, I'm just doing some work. And I expect to say, all right, cool, have a good day, and walk away. Mm-hmm. That's what I expected. And then I was just going to walk over to the house and double check and see if they were home. If they weren't home, I was going to mention it to them.
Right.
When I did see him next or whatever. But as far as me engaging him, that was the end of it. I wasn't going to engage him any further. I was going to keep an eye on him. Just because he said he's a contractor, that don't mean he's really just a contractor.
Right.
I was just gonna go back to my house and spy on his ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
From your window, like everybody else.
Exactly. Like I said, like State Farm, like a good neighbor.
Right.
I've had this situation work in the reverse, where like when I was the place I lived before now was a seniors building, and you had to have a key to get in, like a lot of buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There was somebody that wanted to get in, and I wouldn't let them in. And I'm like, I don't know you.
Right.
They're like, that's my mother's apartment and blah, blah, blah. And she's this and this and this. I've been here several times. I've seen you. I've seen you. And I'm like, I've never seen you.
Right. Should have waved.
Not like, sorry. Not coming in. I don't know you. Then later on, I saw him in the building. I was like, oh, you got in. He goes, no thanks to you. I told you. They
did that on Seinfeld.
Sorry. But that's real. That's a real life thing.
Because so many people just let the person behind them in or whatever. Because where I worked is a secure building, and you're not supposed to do that. But but at the same time, though, they have to understand that there is time for somebody to ride in, and it's not my job to stop people either.
Right.
Like I'm not gonna open the door for you, but I'm not gonna impede you, sneaking in behind me either.
Right.
Like that's too far. That's not you gotta. Like, well, that is what it is.
Right.
That's when security's got to approach you and ask for your credentials.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I used to walk in, I grabbed the little bar behind me and click it.
Right.
You ain't coming in behind me. But I'm distrustful that way. Especially like I was living on Sunset Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
Like any old vagrant could just walk in behind you.
Yeah.
Even at my apartment building, we have a security gate, and because my unit is in the front, people always feel the need to come knock on my window whenever they can't get into the gate.
Oh, that's so irritating.
Whether I know them
or not.
Just because they see the window, they may see the TV on through the blinds, they will not.
Yeah, you right in the front.
Why wouldn't, if they don't belong there, why wouldn't the person who they're going to see?
I had a man knock on my window and hold up, and I went to my door. I'm like, hello, sir, can I help you? And he was like, yeah, who live in this apartment right here? I said, excuse me. He pointed to the unit across from mine.
Yeah.
I'm like, excuse me, who are you? He held up a paper, handwritten paper that said, handwritten. They told me they was renting this unit right here. Oh. And I'm supposed to be meeting the manager. I said, our manager is not even on site, sir, so that's a lie. If you was meeting the manager, you would meet them at the property manager's office.
Right.
You would not meet them here, and I'm positive of that. Who gave you this address? So now I want to know. Who gave you this address?
Yeah.
Because now I got to know. Oh, they gave it to me at the woo woo woo. Now my other neighbor's coming out. And they ain't not nice like me. I'm trying to be nice. And my neighbor like, back up from the gate. Back up from the gate.
Yeah, he in trouble if you the nice one.
Yeah.
That motherfucker in trouble.
Yeah.
Anytime Dijon is the nice one of the bunch.
Yeah. Just to be clear, it's me and it's another white guy named Danny that live in the building. We are the nicest ones. Danny's an alcoholic, but we love him. And I'm in the front, so I ain't in the back. But when people from the back come to the front, you already know.
Yeah.
You better listen to what they about to say, because if they got to come, and they say, I'm about to come down the street, and it's only like a little walkway, it's about to be a problem. So my neighbor came and was like, what the fuck? Back up from the gate. Back your ass up. Who the fuck? What the fuck? Blah, blah, blah. Who was you? Who was you? And the man gonna tell my neighbor, she said, oh, this is where the unit is. Well, I said, you just walked up knocking on my window, stranger.
Wow.
So, people needless to say, he didn't get into the gate.
Yeah.
Who lives there? That's hilarious.
Who lives there?
That reminds me of back in the day. This doesn't happen anymore because cell phones. But remember back in the day, Dino, and you probably remember this too, where you pick up the phone and somebody say, who's this? You just call me.
Right. Yeah.
Who's this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
I used to hate, that was my number one phone pet peeve. Who's this?
Who's this? Yeah. I've done it before when you call somebody and you forgot who you called real fast.
That never occurred to me that might be happening on the other end. All I know is like you call me.
I feel like in that situation, it's up to you to identify yourself and say, hey, my name is Dino. And I forgot who I was calling, or I saw this number in my phone, and I don't know who, But when I'm the one calling people, and I always do that first because it's only fair. Like it's not fair for me to call you and be like, "Who are you?" Like so, I'll say, "Hey, I'm Dino, and I don't recognize this number, or I don't know who the number belongs. Could you please tell me who it belongs to, or like that?" So that's how you got to do it if you that person. But yeah, I'm surprised that more people. You know that thing on television actually works when you're trying to get into a secured building and the person that you're calling is not there forever.